2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Right. Good afternoon, everybody. New York Open. It's the first trade of the day. I realized I was finding some live opportunities, so I wanted to share live. I did post into the Telegram. Euro Swiss franc sales are what we're currently in. I'll explain it later, but you can see we posted it 156. That was literally 1 minute ago. So Euro Swiss franc sales. A lot of bullishness for the dollar in terms of, for example, here, we missed the entry. We have a limit order that we're looking to set here. Now, this is against our DXY bias that we had, which is we're bullish short term, bearish long term, right? But that could fuel buys for the short term. Now, we tagged in this order block. I want a limit or entry to be taken around the midpoint of it. And then my stop loss below this wick with a little bit of spread accounting for spread, and then obviously targeting the previous high over here. Short term trade 3.5 restored ratio. NZU, I want price to come all the way up here. You see this 1 hour fair value gap. We had this swing low created, failed high, so traded below this swing low here. Expect a retracement towards this imbalance around this optimal trade entry, etc. GU, same thing. We're in this fair value gap here, a larger time frame, swing low, taken out, displacement as well. We want price to pull back to such. It's pretty much the same thing with these. This one's still a while away, and so such as GBP, JPY. Euro Swiss franc, the reason why we got in on the weekly time frame, we look bearish just from a glance. So we did have this bullish kind of move here, pulled back to this area. It's a bit hard to read price action because of so many gaps. But on the daily time frame, I believe it's a 4-hour order block. But on the daily time frame as well, we took out these swing lows. We just pulled back deep into this fair value gap. We've nearly filled it, and I'm expecting price to now hit towards the downside to target this kind of liquidity down here, which is obviously equal lows, but quite far away from price right now. So zooming in, this is the order block, the bullish range before the big drop, and price tagged into it, came down, took out these swing lows, retraced a bit up here, pushed down. Now our entry is kind of like a smaller leg of that overall move. We broke structure here, retrace. You would have got primal entry around here, and I'm expecting price to deliver to create a lower low. But of course, for it to create a low, it first has to create a low, and so my target would be down here. Now I may take some partials out of these equal lows, and then target the rest of my profits here. Maybe take out half, leave the remainder to run potentially to equal lows down here. Our entry, you can see we use this leg from this extreme to this extreme. Let me actually get my OBS open. From this extreme to this extreme, we had a big displacement as well, taking out these lows. Prices retraced back to optimal trade entry, which is this 1 hour order block that we are using. You can see here, that's the body of the candle right here. Displacement follows suit, as well as the upper echelon of the fair value gap here. So it is a valid place to enter. There is some places above it, like over here, you could use that are a bit better, but we are being a bit aggressive because we got in on a smaller time frame. Why is that? We use this as the dealing range, so then this becomes the event horizon. And although this is on an hourly time frame, we are looking for the event to happen on a smaller time frame. What is the event? We zoom into 1 minute. So from here, from the touching of this order block, we see price create a low here, but it doesn't take out this swing low, so it pulls back, whatever. Then boom, trades below this swing low. So once it trades below that swing low, I am now looking for price to retrace. The only problem is from that high to that low, price didn't come up to optimal trade entry. But what happened again? Price displaced again. And what happened in this displacement? We created areas of interest. What does that mean? Now from this high to this low, want to look for price to come back. And it did beautifully, and it caused our entry. The reason why we're going in down here is because of spreads and timing. We just literally this is every candlestick is a minute. So from here, when we loaded on my phone, MT4, calculating the pips, it was like 2-3 minutes, and by that time price had got around here. Obviously it's not actually here. I probably entered a bit up here, but because of spreads, it's basically where we got the entry. In fact, let me check. We got in at 8-1. So right here is our entry, and our stop loss is over here. There's quite a bit of spread in this, so even though it's down here, we're not actually in profit on my MT4 account. And so this is the reason why we entered, and that becomes the entry point. And now we're targeting the same areas. So all that changes the risk reward ratio, which is a 1-4 if we hit TP, which is the equal low of the overall leg. And then of course minor take profit will be about here, is about 1 to 2 point something, 2.5, 2.4. And then that'll be where we take about half, and then the remainder half we try to target down here. That's my Euro Swiss franc idea. And like I said, I am looking at some bullish ideas for USD. We want the price to come back down to this 3-minute order block. As you can see, I'm on the 3-minute. It's the bearish candlestick before the displacement to the upside. Price tagged into the order block. Now we could do the same strategy as we did before. We're bearish, tag this in. We displace upwards. And in that displacement, we take out this high. Okay, we didn't take out here, but we trade above it on this black candle. So from that point on, to be fair, we could probably have entered, but only if, let's see, it wasn't below equilibrium. So right now we'll just be looking for price to come back to that same fair value gap. And we realized from last week that we can actually re-enter on the same fair value gap touch. So obviously I would have set a limit here, a buy limit here for price to tag into the midpoint of the order block. And that would have been my entry. But if price doesn't want to come down to this area, which is also a possibility, then we could get into a minor entry, which would be us targeting for price to get below equilibrium. And then, of course, setting candlestick stop loss below the first candlestick contributing to the fair value gap, which is this candlestick right here. That low is right here. And then add a couple pips for spread. USD CAD is quite a decent pair, and I'll be targeting previous highs. Very low hanging fruit. And in that, of course, we would require, could even potentially enter in on the halfway point of this. But now that we know that we are below equilibrium, we can get rid of this. The equilibrium of this fair value gap is over here. Won't really let me line up properly. Just to kind of streamline our risk reward ratio as much as possible. So this is something I could be happy with. Now, the issue with this, the reason why I'm not rushing to trade or enter, is that I'm bearish on the dollar, on DXY at least. Everything is pointed for me personally that DXY is going to go down. I did expect short term for price to go up, but for that to happen, I'm not too sure. Okay, we're actually in profit on my phone, which means, yeah, we've got a little bit of distance, which means nothing until here. I wish you could set like a partial limit, if that makes sense, where if it hits this price, we take out half automatically and to automate it basically. Anyway, yeah, so there is ideas, of course, where we could just enter this. I think I'll probably enter on like a low amount, but like I said, DXY is not looking the best for that idea. Actually did kind of tag us in. So I'm not too sure about this. I think I might enter this on my demo account. Instead. So what is that? 20 pips, 3 pips. And the reason why I'm not entering is because DXY does not agree at all, in my opinion. Okay, 5, 10, 2, and 1,000. 9697. Okay, I bought this on my demo account. $3,984. See, reason why I'm not entering live is just because of DXY. Literally the only reason. Like I said, price action, the pair itself is showing signs of it going up, but DXY, I'm not too certain what it wants to do. So I'm going to be a bit cautious for now. Plus, we are in the trader already, so we're going to enter this on the demo account. I would have probably entered this on my live account. Look, obviously the risk ratio is a 1.84. On the demo account, so it's not really a trade I would have taken. Obviously, we were a little bit late, but yeah, the order block one would have been the one I would have taken. Euro versus franc, we just obviously expect it to deliver downwards. We've accepted whenever you enter trade, I just accept it in my stop loss, and at that point, I'm fine. The only thing I do want to do is journal, because we haven't been journaling recently as much as we should have. Yeah, we just wait. Medium interest. Let me have a look. Okay, GJ looks like it potentially wants to come up. So miss set. I was really alert set. Okay. Oh, I just need to get rid of that. So before daily time frame. Holy. Five. How much did I risk on this? I didn't let me risk enough. I'm not gonna log that because this is I don't know, demo country. Let's see what else we got. Okay, yeah, just waiting for pullback still. All right. So let me check some of these low interest ones. Okay, it's coming close to the 4 hour. Okay, that's fine. Take out this one. Why is this here? Okay, NZD CAD took out this swing low, but I don't know if there's a displacement in this range. I do not like this. Don't see anything. Ooh. Where this is the example of how you can sometimes reuse the same Fair Value app. Came back up to it again, but I'm not re-entering. Watching this. Push it on target, so demo account trade. It's a little bit clear. All right, so I mean, these are my favorite ones. It's actually USD involved, at least here with the pullback, and also here too with the pullback. And I've highlighted the level I'm looking at, that 705 level. This one I haven't highlighted, but there's multiple. So we'll just keep an eye on all of them. Then the ADNZD, I want to see it really tag this 4 hour Fair Value up, then have the move to the downside. This one, GBP, JPY, expecting price to come up close to this Fair Value up, which I've again highlighted. And then CAD JPY is a bit further down the line of doing things, but it's potential. And obviously NZD CAD to come back up here. So I've got quite a few levels highlighted. There's involving CAD and USD, which is interesting because those are the two pairs recovering from NFP from, I think, now probably a week and a couple of days ago. There was also no news today. There is news tomorrow, but it's the JPY. On Wednesday we get USD news, and on the Thursday we get USD news, and then Friday we get the GBP news. We also get GBP news 7 a.m. So probably gonna have to have an early rise here. So yeah, that is the gist. We starting to log our trades more, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gonna hold this, and then I'm gonna have to have the markets open because I don't have enough alerts to go around, so I'm gonna have to manually be watching the markets. Other than that, though, you guys have seen my ideas, my philosophies. I'm only in one trade. I expect to. I'm not too certain with DXY's bullishness, which is why I avoided the USD CAD buy on my main account. It doesn't agree with DXY. DXY is bearish in my opinion. I know I have it going up first, but overall we are bearish, and because of that, we're in a premium. I'm not going to go through it again, but read the morning live stream or watch the morning live stream. You'll see my breakdown of it. USD CAD, DXY, I think is bearish. So to buy this when the dollar is bearish wouldn't make sense. And then of course selling these, although yes, it's coming up to your air quote entry, you want to still be careful. There is this hourly Fair Value gap here. Let me just highlight this so I know. And then even on NZU, there's a gap over here. What else? This is CAD based. So yeah, there's quite a few areas and quite a few versions. So I'm just gonna watch. I don't know if I would enter the USD pairs on the sell. I'm not sure. Like I am in truth on DXY short term bullish, and that short term is just very short term. Like I can understand price trying to fill this imbalance from the market close and open, or weekend gap, and then also the imbalance from here to then fuel the sells. For it to fully just go up, I mean, it could, but we have our reasons for thinking why it should go down or could go down. So on that note, we would wait and see. And this is the only trade we're in, just kind of consolidating around entry. Yeah, I think that's everything from me. So I will be going back to study the trades. The trades. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's on the other monitor. It's the ICT mentorship, but the no run version, just to go over anything I didn't miss or I did miss, and it's very much shortened, so it should be done quite quickly. It's just there to recap and go over some things. I do have a couple questions which I'm hoping to find in this, so that would be the point and purpose of me going over. Once I do this completion of the run, I will most likely move on to ICT Mentorship 2023, and then from there we will study that for a while whilst we're trading the 2022 model. But that's it from me. See you guys tomorrow. Just a quick New York Open stream. Hold on, let me actually see how much time I've analyzed or given myself for streaming. Okay, to 45 past, but I'm not doing to 45 past. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So I'll catch you guys later.